So road maintenance is one of the most visible and perhaps costly responsibilities of county government. And resources are always limited. So the question is, when funds are limited, how would you prioritize which roads get repaired or improved? I know the county engineer does make the final decision, but we know that does not happen in a vacuum of influence. And the question is, and what specific criteria would you use to help make those decisions?
Where's the biggest donor at? That's a joke. Okay, haha. Anyways, where would you prioritize it? First of all, it'd be for concerns and safety for getting a fire and medic in there. It'd be a situation to keeping the area safe, to able to help people and be there to do this best good. The engineer handles most of it, like I said. There's several roads that I've seen out there that, okay, this is a bad road, but it's not a highly traveled road. There's been roads I've been on that I rode on the left side of the road, not because I'm from Europe, but because that's the only side of the road that was left. So, the higher traffic area roads will be ones that you'd look at, and those are just detrimental to safety, to hospitals, to getting people to care facilities later in bed.
Once they go to roads, like I said, it's got to be done, and I've also, prioritizing. It's 50-50 on that. Now, I've had people tell me, one of the roads that's been a thorn at everybody's side, even myself, as an ambulance, but everybody does ambulance service. Ambulance went off in the ditch one night, got back out, sheriff's office. Deputies went in the ditch. Unfortunately, his wife passed away, but it was not due to the fact, they got to him, done the best they could, the road was tore all to pieces. And when somebody looked at it, and said, I'm aware about things about Sunday boats on that road starkly. You cannot treat the public that way. If there's one person that lives at the end of that road, they need to be treated just like they were spiritual. Now, lots of people look at it, we got to maintain the lake area, the dice holes, and I understand it. They worked hard all the night to have what they got, but you cannot prioritize just because this has got to make camp and this don't. And trust me, it's a job I've done 37 years. I know the people that we go out that pick up. I know they live month to month. They got to decide this month they want to buy medicine, they want to eat, pay the bills, whatever. So prioritize the roads out here. Yeah, there's a need for it, but there's a better way to look at it. Just say, well, I got homeowners over here, I got 10 here, and I got these mass homes out here. So how would you treat that? Is it because they really don't have a lot, or this one does? You got to treat the necessary of the road to make sure, like Rod said, to get the EMS buy-in and you to your house. So it would be a hard decision, but you cannot please everybody. You're not going to make everybody happy. We all know this is politics. I guess these three right here learned it as well as I have. It's a different work. And I'm honest. Sorry. Well,
the current county commission has a grading system in place to oversee their roads, but like, say, Denver Road up near your way, it is in horrible shape. The county's had motor graders sitting up there for a while and have done nothing to fix it. I was told by a resident up there that they have to drive their kids to a different route because the school bus cannot even properly get down that road. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Danny. You live up that way.
I know the person you're talking about.
Yes, sir. It's in really bad shape. It needs to be addressed. And like I said, in my opinion, the county don't have the money to address these roads like they need to be addressed. So what you do is you start pursuing grants to fix these roads that need to be addressed. And as far as property taxes are concerned, I mean, I guess we have low power bills too, but we all know that's not the case.
Shane?
Okay. Roads are a problem, I suppose. There's certainly, we all want nice roads. I have a friend who has a house in Sandy Creek. That house, it appraised for $160,000. It's a little cabin. It's expensive on the lake, $160,000. He had another house in Peachtree City, $160,000. His taxes here were $1,500. His taxes there were $8,000. You go to Peachtree City, they got great roads. They've got great infrastructure. We don't have a lot of money here. We've got 734 miles of paved roads. We've got 285 miles of unpaved. We have 84 bridges, and that doesn't even talk about the right-of-ways that are maintained by our government. I think Joseph Moncrief does an excellent job. He already evaluates the need because we're short on money as it is. He takes what he finds and he uses, like we were all saying, he wants safety first. He definitely wants safety first. If you have roads going to a business, that's prioritized because they're bringing in taxes and businesses have to function. But most of this money is not coming out of property tax. $2.5 million is. Most of it's gas tax. There's 7 cents a gallon going to general fund. Now that they can do just about anything that they want to with. That's not a lot because it cost actually $200,000 per mile for a road. So that $2.5 million that you get from the road and bridge fund, from 7% of the property tax, is a 12 miles? Is that right? That's 12 miles of road. That doesn't include a lot of things like some of the grading. You know, knew about the grading. That's all very expensive. $200,000 a mile is a lot. How would you prioritize that? The other ones are very specific. Resurfacing, restoration, and rehab. That's about $800,000 a year they get. Secondary road fund, about $400,000 a year. You're already stopping me. Craft for the Rebuild Alabama funds is $1 million a year. Prioritizing how you use those, I think they're doing a pretty good job of it already. It's presented, he takes the worst of it, presents to commissioners, and they make a final decision. But commissioners don't say, go pave this road. That's not how that works.